Here we go then, the number 9 AlphaTauri starting from the number 1 slot on the grid. As the lights come on, they go out, but we wait for them to go out for the drivers. And we are underway here at the Temple of Speed, and it's a great start for both of the drivers on the front row. I think Walter got a better one, if anything, but Vallu looks like he should just about be able to hold it around the outside into turn 1. Further behind, Iceman is in third. Late on the brakes, might be looking to have a go at Walter, but cannot do it. Looks like a couple of drivers skipping over the chicane further back. There's already penalties for corner cutting coming through for a loss of the drivers here. Big collision in the background, and we've got a virtual safety car to start off this race. Dougie Falcons, though, up from 8th to 4th in the matter of 2 corners.
I think Calcifer had wing damage. A2 is in the pits as well. And here comes AJ down the inside of the racing point.
Looks like it is going to be side by side on the exit here. Very, very tricky traction zone. They both manage to get the power down through those rear tires. Just about okay.
Yeah, and now Max is on the tail of Simons. Could look for a move. Simons goes defensive. Max looks to the outside and late on the brakes. Max gets the job done.
Beautiful stuff. So much later on the brakes there on the outside by Max. And comfortably getting the move done over and above Simons there. Further back is battling between Omabi and Peso, who's had a decent start off the line. That's Maverick getting involved as well. He'll feel aggrieved after whatever happened to him on the opening lap. They almost thought about going 3 wide through Curva Grande there. But Maverick shutting the door on Peso and now looking to get past Omabi into De La Rogia, and he does so. Nice move from Maverick on his recovery back up the field. Up into 12th he goes. Here and now, though, we got Racebug very, very close behind Elon Tusk. Still a bit of a train forming behind the Canadian in the McLaren, but Racebug's going to make that 1 carriage lighter. 2.3 seconds between Max and Cheguini Bambini, both of those drivers on great form in this race thus far. Here comes Dougie Falcons, though, up the inside of Iceman. Iceman's looking to take Walter as well. They're going to be 3 wide into turn 1 here, and it is so tight. Walter backs out of it. Very, very sensible driving indeed, and Iceman is sticking with these guys as he's got 0% left in his battery charge, but here comes Dougie Falcons once again having a go at Iceman. No niceties between these two in this race. It is wall-to-wall battling here, and Iceman still remaining ahead. Here comes Dougie Falcons yet again on Iceman as they head down the hill, back up the hill into Ascari. This time, surely he's done it. Yes, he has. Another position of Chelarch there. He has just been falling without a trace. Into 14th he goes.
That was a Williams. That was Racebug getting really wide through Lesmo too. Sorry to cut across you. I thought he would have ended in the wall, but he's going to lose 2 positions. One to Simons and the other to Luppy. He's going to come out right in this battle between Oma B and Peso, and on the same compound of tires. So he's actually going to lose, I think, a little bit of time. Can he get ahead of the McLaren into turn 1? And the answer is no. He needs to use everything on the exit of the Rettifilio chicane to get past, and I think that's exactly what he's doing now.
Yeah, should be able to sweep around the outside with ease there on pace. Looks to have been able to get the undercut there or hold the position away from Max. Actually, Max forced over the curb by his teammate and then forced out wide on the exit of turn 2 as well. That was not playing nice between the teammates there. Walter will be facing a very angry Max after this one, no doubt about that. Calcifer sweeping around the outside, taking advantage of the German's misfortune. Into De La Rogia we go, and Max wants to fight back with it, but Calcifer holds on to the position.
Much tire saving is Calcifer doing as Iceman looking for the move on Elon Tusk. Around the outside into Ascari, and Elon sensibly slots him behind. He's actually alongside into turn 1, side by side right now. Dougie around the outside will make the move work, and Iceman, he just needed to use that ERS on the exit of the Roger chicane. By the way, Dougie is through 2 lap fresher mediums as well, and in the long run, the Ferrari driver has the advantage.
Here comes Iceman once again. Does he make the move into De La Rogia? No, he does not.
And I'm just looking at Oma B and Peso because they're going to be pitting maybe at the end of this lap or the next lap for medium. Oh, Water! He's run a little bit wide. That's front wing damage as well. And Water's race has gone down the gutter after such a strong and solid opening half of the race. Rejoins the track in P11. Water ahead of Elon, who's on the inside. Water switches over to the outside. Can he hold on to the position? Elon's late on the brakes. There's contact, and I think that's Elon's own fault. He runs into the side of Water, and he's off into the gravel. Oh, no, he managed to hold it. I think Water and Calcifer, especially both those two, could really, really use a safety car as Maverick now coming under pressure from Peso, the man who led the D1 championship for so long. Can Peso find a way through?
Looks like not quite yet. Further back down as well. Peso's teammate Elon Tusk is getting mired in that big fight.
Who is that? That was AJ. AJ's made contact, and I think that
Yeah.
might have been with Elon Tusk. Elon Tusk and A2 dropping down the order.
Right, here we go then, through the final corner. And it looks like actually he's dropped the hammer. Oh no, he backs out of it there. He didn't build up too much time. He's waiting so much time here, but now he has to go for it. And Iceman actually has been caught up by Dougie Falcons potentially. Calcifer has the worst restart of the front four and actually is under pressure from Max behind. Here comes Iceman though in second. He'll hold on to second. And that's not going to be Dougie Falcons breaking quite late enough. Calcifer can't do it and has to hold off Max as well with the other hand, but he's able to do so. Dougie Falcons isn't even close enough to make a move on Iceman, the Macedonian, comfortably in second for now. And here comes Calcifer up the inside. It's the outside of two. Dougie gives him the space there, but gets the slightly better traction on the exit, if anything. Through Curva Grande, they're going to go now. They're going to be side by side. It'll be the inside line for the De La Roja chicane that Dougie Falcons will have the advantage of, but will he even be alongside in the braking zone? Yes, just about, as they go side by side through there, and around the outside he sweeps, and then there's contact between Max and Dougie Falcons as Dougie almost loses it, pushes Max into the gravel, and this is going to give the opportunity to race bug as well. Who's that flying off? It's Max into the wall, and it's a disaster for Max.
Yeah, so Max and Racebug, after Max came up alongside Dougie, he had to back out and then was alongside Racebug, and that saw the two tangle, which is what caused Max to fly into the barriers. I think Dougie was a bit aggressive, squeezing Calcifer, and then Calcifer turned across her Dougie a little bit. Racebug gets his front end chopped off. Peso picks up a time penalty, so more disaster for Racebug. He picked up that time penalty, and now he's lost a whole chunk of his front wing, which I presume is from contact with Max. So four fighting down into Parabolica.
This is incredible. Max retires from the session. He's lost it through the Lesmos. I think he's actually just retired the car there, but they're side by side. It's Simons Walter falling down the order, desperately trying to battle on those mediums, but look at them. They're just swamping him all over. Here they come. This is the most incredible thing I have seen here at Monza, and right now they're going down the main stretches only for the middle of the points, but nevertheless, this battling is frenetic, and that is A2 UK of all people with a late surge in this race. He has been nowhere this weekend, but here he goes up into 8th, and he might well look to take Racebug as well, who might have a little bit of front wing damage from that incident with Luppy just a lap or so ago. Luppy has been able to gap the rest of these guys. Now, of course, there's still penalties to work out between all these drivers as well, but the battling on track is absolutely frantic right now.
Yeah, AJ, the only one in the top 10 aside from Calcifer and Dougie Falcons who doesn't have a time penalty, so he's going to jump up probably 4 or 5 positions come the end of the race. He's having a look down into Lesmo 2 as well. Will he pull it off down the inside of the Ferrari? And he gets the job to stick as well.
What did I tell you before the race about Lesmo 2? There is the move from AJ, and Maverick follows through as well. Simons will be looking to battle that one back. It's not gone the way he would have liked this race.
Oh, Simons really had to back out on Maverick, who went down the inside. That could have been disaster, as AJ has to defend her from Chelarch down into Parabolica. Vallu takes the win. Iceman will take P2. Calcifer will jump ahead after time penalty. It's a great drive from the Estonian. Dougie Falcons in a P4. Peso will take P5. Luppy P6. And here's the battle for P6.
It's Racebug who just gets it across the line, but look who it is in 7th. It's Owen AK. He kept it clean. He was last throughout the whole of this race, and he's finished 7th by avoiding the penalties. Owen AK